Heartaches and trouble, I've had my share of them both. Bruises, I've taken my lumps and bruises, and loneliness, I've had my share of loneliness. But through it all, I made it through another day's journey because God kept me here. Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, whichever time of day you find your ears. Listen to the sound that is flowing from your speakers. Welcome back to CJ's Spiritual Sports segment, NBA edition, for the playoffs on CJSports.com, where I sprinkle a little spirituality in your sports. I'm CJ, C-E-E-J-A-Y, your uncle, your next door neighbor looking out for you, and your shoulder when you need to lean. Without further delay, it's go time. Game 1 of the Western Conference Finals kicked off on Sunday in Oakland as the Golden State Warriors hosted the San Antonio Spurs, and for the first half of the game, it appeared that the Spurs were hosting the Warriors as they raced out to a 20-point lead at halftime with a score of 62-42. During halftime, the Warriors received a pep talk from the head coach Steve Kerr, who is on a leave of absence, pressed upon them to get 3 stops in a row. In the third frame, it was the Warriors that came out running and gunning as they outscored the Spurs 39-28, led by Steph Curry, and midway through the same frame, the Spurs' Kawhi Leonard tweaked his injured ankle after stepping on a teammate's foot on the bench, and it was exacerbated again later in the third when Zaza Pachulia contested a jumper from Leonard, and he came down on Pachulia's foot and would leave the game and would not return. In the fourth, Kevin Durant led the charge as the Warriors outscored the Spurs 32-21 and eventually muscled the game away from the Spurs with a 113-111 victory as Curry was lights out with 40 points on 26 shots to go along with 6 assists, and Durant was 6 points behind and notched 34 points himself as the Warriors lead the series 1-0. For your quick news and notes, I mentioned the Warriors received a pep talk from Steve Kerr during halftime as he was back at the facility after he received treatment for a spinal fluid leak, and it is still undetermined when he will be back on the sideline. Kawhi Leonard's status for Game 2 is unknown, and he believes that Zaza did not try to injure him. Andre Iguodala of the Warriors will have an MRI today to see if there's any damage to his sore left knee, and resting a game is an option on the table. And finally, the Warriors overcoming a 25-point deficit was the largest in conference finals history in 15 years. This sports segment was sponsored by MLS Arts and Designs in Jacksonville, Florida, as my brand spanking new website header was designed by Michael Seals, and he certainly put the O in wow. For all logos, custom t-shirts, and much, much more, click on their link or go to www.mlsartsdesigns.com. Make sure you follow me on Twitter at IamCJJoseph and like me on Facebook at CJJoseph21. And tune in next time to CJ Sports, where I will sprinkle a little spirituality in your sports. Until the next time, be blessed, and remember, you may have had your share of heartaches, troubles, bruises, and lumps with a sprinkling of loneliness, but you're still here because God kept you.